Hey everyone, do you ever look at sheet music like this? Okay, C, then D, then maybe G, and left hand, okay that's G, then back to C, then left hand E. First of all, I really respect anyone who practices this hard, truly. But if you're reading sheet music this way, it's going to take you forever to learn a piece. If you read notes like the alphabet, C, D, G, C, one by one, step by step, you're actually learning piano in the slowest and hardest way possible. Starting today, stop just reading the sheet. Instead, we're going to break it apart. And once you learn how to break a piece down, a song that normally takes a month might take 1 week, or honestly, even just 3 days. I'm going to reveal exactly how. Think about how we read words. When you see the word apple, you're not sounding out each letter like A, P, P, L, E. You just see the word and the meaning pops up instantly. But on the piano, people suddenly go back to reading like little kids, letter by letter, note by note. Especially with classical music, when the notes look packed like falling bean sprouts, your brain panics and starts reading every single note individually. But the truth is, all those hundreds of notes are usually just one single chunk wearing a disguise. Now you might wonder, okay, but where do I even start breaking the piece apart? That's why today, I'm giving you the 3 tools that dissect music cleanly, the 3 elements of music. You've heard them in school, right? Rhythm, melody, harmony. They weren't created just for test questions. They're literally telling you how to divide the workload in your brain when you play the piano. Once you use these 3, the way you look at sheet music changes completely. So let's start with the first step, finding the main melody, the protagonist. This is basically the singing line. Usually, the right hand carries the melody. When you analyze a piece, you should pull the melody out first, separate it from everything else. Ignore the accompaniment for a moment and figure out what the main character is trying to say. In this piece, the melody is this part. Now, even inside the melody, sometimes harmony notes are mixed in. That's one of the 3 elements of music. For example, this note is the melody, but when you add this upper note, it becomes harmony. So focus on the top line of the melody first. That's the voice that matters most. Alright, let's check out the canon variation next. Normally, when you play everything together, it sounds like this. But if you look only at the melody, it's actually just this. Now let's take a look at this part too. The melody originally goes like this. But here's the thing, when you isolate the melody, the finger numbers don't have to follow the original fingering. So in this stage, don't worry about finger numbers. Think of it as melody finding practice. Let's move to something more complicated, maybe a classical piece. The melody looks super busy, right? Let's ignore all the ornaments and just pull out the main line. It goes like this. That's one melody. Then it comes back again but split into octaves. So that's a variation. 5 variations of the same idea. So even if it looks complicated, most of it is melody repetitions with small changes. That's how you want to see it. Harmony, the chords. Harmony is the background. It's the setting, the mood behind the main character. If the left hand looks super complicated, don't panic. That usually means it's just repeating chord patterns. C chord, G chord, maybe with different textures, different patterns. So when you read sheet music, think in chunks, not single notes. For example, in this piece, there are really only 4 chords. F sharp minor to D, to A, to E. Just 4. Everything else is a variation. But if you just play block chords, it will sound boring. So the composer opens them up into arpeggios, spreads them out, adds texture. That's why beginners want to play this style but can't, because they don't know it's just broken chords. But trust me, once you understand the repetition, you can play this way faster. That's why chord study helps so much. But you don't need to master every chord first. Just analyze what's inside the piece you're playing. Canon variations? Same thing. Canon is basically rotational patterns, melody plus chord patterns woven together. Try listening. It's beautiful, right? And it's all based on chord sequences. How to practice chord analysis. Chords usually move by beat patterns, every 2 beats or 1 beat or every bar. Look for the rule. Example, Do, Sol, Do. Do repeats, that probably means C chord. Sol, Re, Si. There's a B, that's G major. So first remove the repeated notes, then ask, which chord does this look like? Same with classical music. Chords are almost always broken and spread out, not played together. So practice pressing them together first to see the harmony clearly, then spread them out again. Why? Because this tells you how chords repeat, and repetition is everything. You don't need to become a harmony expert, just recognize the patterns. 3. Rhythm, the skeleton. Rhythm is the skeleton of the music. Even if all the pitches are wrong, if the rhythm is right, people can still guess the song. If the score feels overwhelming, close the book and tap the rhythm first, just the skeleton. A lot of students do this. But the rhythm dies that way. The long notes must feel long, the short notes must feel short. So try something like. Just get the groove into your hands. For accompanists, rhythm is everything. We often have to sight read fast, and we can't catch every single note. But if the rhythm is solid, the music still flows. Practice the rhythm first, then add notes later. Putting both hands together. Right hand alone feels easy. Left hand alone is okay. But together, that's where people struggle. So break it apart. Right hand rhythm only, left hand rhythm only, then slowly combine. This saves hours of frustration. The big picture. Great chefs can look at a dish and instantly know soy sauce, garlic, sugar, because they can deconstruct the ingredients. It's the same with piano. When you learn to see the ingredients, melody patterns, chord patterns, rhythmic skeletons, sheet music stops being scary. It becomes like Lego blocks. Honestly, when I see students trying to read music note by note, I feel a little sad because they are working 10 times harder than they need to. So please, don't read everything vertically, note by note. Break it apart, group it, chunk it. You will see a completely new world. If today's video helped you, hit subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!